A lady was here, I think it was in the third service, sometime last year. To pray for her, I saw the terrible darkness over her head. The Lord called her name and the Lord said, this is what happened. This darkness came from online. You even started buying the blue eye. It will attract man. There is no difference. You say you won't bow down to the devil. People are no longer going to the native doctor just with their legs. Social media is also a source and medium of indoctrination. A lot of people have visited altars online. Say you won't have to do anything. Get salt, get water. In the morning, bring it out. And then say, universe, guide me. It is shrine you have instituted. The spirit you are inviting, the day they will deal with you, no pastor will be around to pray you out. No pastor. Was ministering in Owerri, a lady collapsed. Flat. These are not things that are usually seen in my meeting. So I prayed, the lady was still that way. So I was asking, what is it? So they took the lady out, and then when I was done, I came to the pastor's office and I prayed for 1 hour, talking in tongues. It was not fruitful. Of course, the spiritual navigation system is clear. When you are moving, it was so closed. So I started asking the Lord. The Lord said to me that she took a substance and did something in her vital organ and slept with a man whose wife is a dangerous person. The wife is a dangerous Jezebel. That thing is, whatever I tell you, you will do. You will be with me forever. How do you do that? One of my daughters came to me and said, somebody told me that there is a place, this guy coming, I love him, that there is something that when we do it, he's going to be more fast. I said, don't. I said, you are going to suffer the rest of your life if you do that. And then after a while, I didn't see her again. So years later, somebody called me in the middle of the night by past 1 and was crying. She said, I'm so person. I said, what happened? Where have you been? She said, I'm married, but terrible. Of course, how can you know peace in that kind of arrangement? The devil cannot give you what has peace. How? How do you think you can know peace with blue eye? A man that marries you with blue eye will show you red eye when you are married. Red eye. You know that there is something higher than blue eye. She's literally not seeing with one of her eyes now. And she has left the marriage. Oh, you need to go home and unfriend all of those people and follow them. Your life must be purged and your association must be clean. When you hear, don't keep friends with the ungodly. You might think God is just talking about physical friends. If Facebook had come out then, Paul would have included it in the Bible, including friends. One guy who was coming to this church, all of a sudden I saw him. He started carrying, he said it's that the earth called him. So I sent him an inbox. He sent me his number. I said, He said the earth. No, Magia. That Jesus is a God that the white men adopted. I told him, I said, my brother, you are traveling to a journey you will not come back from. I said, I beg you. I said, come. He said he can't come. He had already put a lot of act on his head. I think the day I started my exam, I was reading. A number was calling in the school. He said, I'm so person. I said, how are you? He said, I'm fine. He said, I've been down. Kidney problems. He said, I need you to pray for me. I said, how? I said, how do I pray for you, sir? I said, what? I said, please, that's what do you serve? So how do I pray for you? I said, have you given your life back to Jesus? Are you willing? He said, no, he just needs me to pray. That he's still doing his own. I said, you are not serious. When the kidney enlarges well, you will see God. And then he said later, okay, I will give my life. I said, you are still not serious. There is no conviction with what you have said. That's why we must also invade the internet with the gospel of Christ. These guys are not keeping quiet. They are doing all manner of things morning, afternoon, and night. People are coming out and believers are sleeping on their shield. They are doing nothing. We are not expanding the kingdom online. We can't share things that have association with church and God. They are busy sharing, pumping into the system a lot of things. The media is corrupted. You will see someone advertising for a drink and the person is naked. The moral decadence of the society is too terrible. Someone makes first class as a medical student and was given 10,000 in UNN. Another girl went through a nude, sexy season, satanic seasonal games called Big Brother, and then comes back with 90 million with a lot of endorsement. We live in a time and in the age that the morality of the society is decaying. God is looking for the Noahs who will build the ark to sustain and to preserve creation. We must preserve our moral decadence. The Bible says you are the salt of the earth. Salt is for preservation. We are here to preserve the values of the kingdom. The values of the kingdom. And to be able to preserve these values, we must not be ashamed to declare who we are. I must wake up in the morning and say, prepare for rapture. One like, one comment. Post another picture. You know, church is a scam. 500 comments. Now you have woken up. You are right. Church. The world will love their own. I was reading in Matthew 24. The Bible said, do not be perturbed when the whole world hates you. I was wondering, how will the whole world hate us? How they will hate us is by organized media system. He said, for the world will love their own, but they will hate you. He said, but do not be disturbed, for even myself, I was persecuted unto death. He said, so shall you be persecuted. Church is a scam. 500 pictures. Prepare for rapture. What is rapture? You shouldn't be saying this. You are too beautiful for this. Next time you won't post it. We are not afraid to declare who we are. Daniel said, I have been praying. I won't come here and stop praying. He said, if you like, throw me in the most terrible of the dungeon. I cannot bow down. And they brought him and then dropped him. He knew there were hungry lions, more than 50 of them, waiting for him. And these lions were not giving food for days, so they can tear his bone. But before he landed, there was the lion of the tribe of Judah who was already in the den. And then the Bible says, all through the stay of Daniel in the den, his body did not touch the ground. Lions provided their backs and they lay on them. So much that when he was taken out of the lions den, the lions were angry that their friends were gone. And when they released to the lions, the same people that accused Daniel, the Bible said that we are still in the air when the lions ate up their bones. Men who saw fire and went to fire. Your own little criticism, it was in the church, you won't post again. Are you also doing this church thing? So they have confused you. So you have been these people, and then you run away. 3 Hebrew boys saw furnace. They saw fire. They said, I know you can deliver. I have seen you deliver before. But if you choose not to deliver, you are worth dying for.